now on the Westwood One Radio Network. The Panthers and linebacker Justin Houston agreed to terms on a one-year contract. Houston played the last 2 seasons with the Ravens. The 34-year-old, he recorded 9.5 sacks last season. More Panthers news on the offensive side. Head coach Frank Reich, he confirmed that number 1 overall pick Bryce Young will see his first game action in their preseason opener against the Jets on Saturday. Reich did not comment how many snaps he's going to play, but said the plan was to be flexible with his quarterback. Broncos head coach Sean Payton announced that Russell Wilson and other starters will play in Denver's preseason opener against the Cardinals on Friday. That's going to be a change from last season, where Wilson did not play in any of the Broncos' 3 preseason matchups a season ago. The Eagles, they agreed to terms with linebackers Myles Jack and Zach Cunningham. Both of those players get 1-year deals. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
For the ones who work hard to ensure their crew can always go the extra mile, and the ones who get in early so everyone can go home on time, there's Grainger, offering professional-grade supplies backed by product experts so you can quickly and easily find what you need. Plus, you can count on access to a committed team ready to go the extra mile for you. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Staples has big savings on everything you need for back to school or stocking up the office. Save on all your school essentials from notebooks to markers. Save on everything you need for travel, like luggage, portable tech, and travel-sized personal items. Plus, save on signs, banners, and posters from Staples print and marketing services. And now at Staples, you can save even more with 50% back in rewards on your print order. Get everything for the office and the classroom for less at Staples. Ends 8/12. Rewards members only. Rewards redeemable in-store only. See associate for details.
We are the Imperial Valleys, AM 1230, KXOL, Central California. It's a Monday, 7th day of August, 2023. I'm Carroll in the newsroom. It's Gene. Good morning, Gene.
Good morning, Carroll.
You walk out of the house or step out of the car and your glasses fog up.
You fogged up a little bit there, boy.
Yeah. Well, I stumbled in anyway.
Stumbled in. I think those would be some good lyrics
yes.
to the song.
I think so. We'll work on that. Maybe we'll talk to Neil Diamond, see if he can come up with something.
Well, that's a possibility.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's see. Oh, in the news, New York consumes more marijuana than any other city in the world. The 2023 Cannabis Global Price Index says New York goes through 62 metric tons of weed every year. You know, that explains a lot about New York, including how some people will actually eat a hot dog served from a sketchy street vendor cart, right?
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
Up in Smoke.
Yes.
Is that the title of a movie? Yeah.
I think so. The New York, well, it certainly doesn't mellow anyone in New York.
Memo, yeah. Ditto.
Yeah. Looking back, this week in 1960, Chubby Checker appeared on TV. He was on American Bandstand and performed The Twist. Of course, in these politically correct times, Chubby Checker would now be called Chunky Checker, right?
Chunky, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, plus size Checker.
I wonder how many times that he appeared on American Bandstand.
Well, between that and, back in those days, the Ed Sullivan Show was the big showcase.
The big show.
Yes, the really big show. There were, probably 10 other variety shows featuring musicians. So he was probably on TV quite a bit.
I would think so.
Yes. Okay. Did you have a good weekend?
I had a good weekend. Stayed inside and did mostly things from that direction, looking out.
Yes. Good weekend to do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's see. Birthdays, are you ready?
Well, what did you do? You were going to...
For the most part, I did stuff inside.
Yeah?
Yes.
Watch the world go by.
Yes. And we're having the tile and grout cleaned and sealed today, so I moved furniture.
Okay.
That's always fun.
It is, yes.
Thank heavens for 800 milligram ibuprofen.
Yes, especially when you're hammering on those kind of things.
Okay. Birthdays today. Humorist Garrison Keillor is 81. A prairie home companion, if you will. Actor John Glover, 79. Actor David Rashi is 79. Actor Carolyn Aaron is 71. Actor Wayne Knight is 68. Singer Bruce Dickinson of Iron Maiden, 65. Actor David Duchovny is 63. Actor Delane Matthews, 62. Actor Harold Perrineau is 60. Actor David Mann, 57. Actor Sidney Penny is 52. Actor Greg Serrano, 51. Actor Michael Shannon, 49. Actor Charlize Theron, 48. Actor Eric Johnson is 44. Actor Liam James is 27. Local birthdays coming up.
My name is Shelley Wilkinson, and I am an Imperial Valley Food Bank board member. When locals need help feeding themselves and their families, they turn to the Imperial Valley Food Bank. As the main distribution center of donated food in Imperial County, we store, rescue, and purchase food in bulk to serve 25,000 people each month at over 30 locations. Help fight hunger and food insecurity in the Imperial Valley by donating online at www.ivfoodbank.org.
Let's celebrate today's birthdays. Happy birthday, Mario De La Torre, Jamie Goodwin, Shelley Smale, Robert Leftwich, Renee Davis-Hillix, Nettie Williams, Mayra Armenta, John Vindiola, Jesse Espinoza, Hope Dagnino, Elaine Salgado, Diana Martinez, Denise Dermost, Bucky Peterson, Priscilla Rangel, Armando Ramirez, Michael Barraza, Frankie Garcia, Andy Lara, Angie Mascarena, Kayla Hernandez, Tony Peseño, Cheyenne Robinson, Barbara Fusey, Karina Zamarifa, Michael Fisher, Bill Whitman, and Andres Rodriguez. Happy birthday from KXO. Okay, celebrate. Okay, lots of, let's see, I'm trying to remember, I believe the zodiac sign for birthdays today would be Leo.
Okay. All right. I would not question you on that.
I'm just trying to remember because I've been told Pam and I both celebrate birthdays in August, just a few days apart, but she's a Leo and I'm a Virgo. So, and apparently we managed to get along. So
you get vertigo. No, is that what you said?
Yes,
okay,
exactly.
Yeah. Vertigo.
Yeah.
Well, you had mentioned earlier an artist that he was with Iron Maiden.
Yes.
And I thought you were going to say Little Jimmy Dickens. Is there any connection there?
Well, it could be. It's Bruce Dickinson.
Bruce Dickinson.
Yes.
Okay.
Little Jimmy Dickens never sang with Iron Maiden, though he could.
I think that would be a call for an all-time matchup, if you will.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like Pat Boone did that heavy metal album.
Yeah. Took the white patent leather right off his shoes.
You got it. Okay, we've got a look at World in California news headlines right now, brought to you by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal Lock. They're your year-round comfort specialist.
CBS News Brief. A sentencing hearing is underway at state court in Minneapolis for Tua Tao, the last of 4 former police officers charged in George Floyd's murder. CBS Minnesota's Derek James.
Tao is currently in custody in the Hennepin County Jail. He has already been sentenced to 3.5 years in federal prison.
Donald Trump's attorneys have until 5 p.m. Eastern to respond to a request to tamp down on their client's comments about his federal election tampering case. CBS's Robert Costa.
Trump posted, "If you go after me, I'm coming after you, which prompted prosecutors to ask the judge to limit Trump's outbursts.
Officials in Ukraine say they've arrested a woman who tried to pass information to Russia in a plot to assassinate President Zelensky. CBS's Remy Inocencio is in Odessa.
This woman was looking for the itinerary for the president on his trip back in June, also the location of electronic warfare systems and ammunition depots.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today to become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock VIPs receive discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority service with prompt service. Lock Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but they repair it all. So when the need arises, don't hesitate to call Lock Air Conditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license number 696216.
California headline news: investigators sorting out details of a mid-air collision involving firefighting helicopters that left 3 people dead in Riverside County.
Still being investigated and what it was, where it was, and how it was. So we'll have to wait for the NTSB to finish their investigation for the facts.
David Fulcher with CAL FIRE saying the aircraft were called to battle a 20-acre brush fire that had broken out about an hour earlier. One of the helicopters crashed to the ground, killing the 3 on board. The other helicopter landed safely. A boat fire at a fueling dock in Long Beach leaves 2 women dead, 3 others injured. Fire Captain Jay Keflin saying they're trying to sort out what happened.
So initial reports indicated that they were in the process of doing some type of a fueling operation or had just completed a fueling operation. Now that's obviously all part of the ongoing investigation.
The boat completely destroyed. Long Beach fire boats contained the flames before they could spread to other vessels. Mega Millions jackpot now just over $1.5 billion after no grand prize winner on Friday night. Next drawing tomorrow night. Jeff Scott, California News.
World and California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. For repair, for replacement, call the experts. Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal.
For the ones who work hard to ensure their crew can always go the extra mile, and the ones who get in early so everyone can go home on time, there's Grainger, offering professional-grade supplies backed by product experts so you can quickly and easily find what you need. Plus, you can count on access to a committed team ready to go the extra mile for you. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hold up, you're using Swiffer Power Mop? What would Mom say?
Oh, she'd be like, a mopping bucket is the only way to deep clean your floors. And I'd be like, Mom, this is the new Swiffer Power Mop, the all-in-one that gets you a mop and bucket clean in half the time.
She'd never believe you.
I'd say, look, the solution's built right in, so no heavy bucket. And the pad has hundreds of scrubbing strips to get into grout lines. That's why you're the smart one.
Really?
What? Mom said it.
The new Swiffer Power Mop. Don't mop harder, mop smarter.
And it's page 1 of the local news. Page 1, a service of El Centro Motors Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. There are 3 locations in the valley to serve you: at the Imperial Valley Mall, at the Brawley Auto Center, and at El Centro Motors.
A vehicle fire led to a brush fire, and the brush fire led to a closure of Interstate 8 near Boulevard. A pickup truck towing an RV caught fire. The fire was reported at about 4:15 p.m. on Sunday on westbound Interstate 8 near Boulevard. The flames quickly spread to brush along the highway and caused the westbound lanes to be shut down for over 3 hours. The pickup and RV were totally destroyed by the fire. One lane of the freeway was reopened about 7:30 p.m., while other lanes were closed for crews to remove the damaged vehicles. Well, apparently there is a flock of free-range chickens on a residential street in El Centro. Police and animal control officers have been trying to trap the chickens in their runaway in the 1200 block of Pepper Court. El Centro Dispatch Center has received reports as many as 5 of the roaming fowl for the past few days. The animal control has set traps for the birds. So far, none have been caught. Investigating the officers patrolling the area have not seen any coops in the neighboring yards. We'll be back with a look at more local news.
How about the next time you need service on your car? We come to you. Hi, this is Mike Allison for Earl Central Motors and Quick Lane. Our mobile service vans are an extension of our dealership service lane. We will come to you for an oil change, filters, brakes, batteries, tire rotation, and so much more. Hey, while your car is just sitting there at work, we'll take care of your service needs, and it doesn't cost any extra. Schedule your appointment now at elcentralmotors.net. El Central Motors Mobile Service Vans. What a great idea.
Over 200 pounds of methamphetamine was found hidden in a car. U.S. Customs and Border Protection officers found the meth hidden under the floor and in the seats of a car that attempted entry into the United States Wednesday morning at the downtown Calexico port of entry. CBP officers had referred the car to secondary inspection, where a full scan of the vehicle revealed irregularities in the floorboard and seats. A canine team alerted to the vehicle, and officers were able to locate 41 packages weighing more than 242 pounds concealed in the car. The estimated street value of the drugs, over $360,000. The 20-year-old man driving the car was turned over to Homeland Security. Investigations for further processing. And finally, intersection to be shut down today. It'll be the city of Imperial. Motorists are being advised the intersection of Barione Boulevard and B Street will be closed Monday from 5 till 5. The closure is part of a water line project that is taking place on LaBroucherie Road in the unincorporated area north of Barione Boulevard. But this will impact residents. Motorists are being asked to use an alternate route around the intersection of Barione and B Street during the day of today. That concludes this edition of Local News. Page 2 coming up.
Page 1 of the local news is a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 3 locations in the Valley. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
Are you ready for a new career? CET is ready for you. CET has grants available so farm workers and their children can attend at no cost. Learn more at cetweb.edu farm worker admissions to see if you qualify. At the Center for Employment Training, we've been serving farm workers since 1967. Enroll anytime, and all programs can be completed in under a year. Job placement assistance for all graduates. Call 800-533-2519 or go to cetweb.edu.
And page 2 of the local news with weather, served by Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial. Great Japanese food. They specialize in sushi rolls, 50 different varieties of sushi rolls, one for every state.
Continuing with more local news, an accident involving a motorhome resulted in major injuries. The accident occurred shortly before 12:30 p.m. Saturday on westbound Interstate 8 near Highway 98's junction east of Holtville. A motorhome towing an SUV apparently had a blowout and ran off the highway before coming to rest about 75 feet away from the roadway. The motorhome remained upright, but the towed vehicle was destroyed. California Highway Patrol reported major injuries resulted from the accident, but no other details were released. The accident remains under investigation. A woman was shot early Saturday morning. Yuma County Sheriff's Office deputies responded to the 4700 block of West Clip Street at about 3:30 a.m. Saturday. Deputies located a 25-year-old woman with a gunshot wound to the chest. The woman was treated at Yuma Regional Medical Center and then flown to a Phoenix area trauma center. Yuma County Sheriff's Office Criminal Investigations Bureau is investigating. No suspects have been identified as of yet. A pesky sinkhole has lifted its head again. It is in the city of Calexico. It's at the intersection of First Street and in Heber Avenue. It was discovered a few days ago. This is the third time a sinkhole has developed the same location. The city says they suspect the two previous sinkholes were only given a temporary fix. They say this time a contractor has been called to perform a permanent fix. No timetable was given. They say the intersection will remain closed until the repairs are completed. We'll be back with a look at the weather.
Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial is serving the best Japanese cuisine in the Imperial Valley. The menu is full of outstanding entrees. Yes, there's something for everyone at Kxo Sushi, including for the kids. Kxo Sushi offers you 50 different sushi rolls. They're named after our 50 states. And there's fresh sushi and sashimi, plus beer, wine, and sake. And oh, I forgot to mention, they also have teriyaki chicken or beef, rice and noodles. Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial. They're open daily from 11 a.m. till 9 p.m. Kxo Sushi also caters and welcomes big groups anytime. Call 760-355-4440. That's 355-4440 for your takeout.
Here's Carroll Buckley with a weather update.
The National Weather Service says high pressure over the region will gradually weaken over the next several days, but today will continue to bring excessive heat conditions with afternoon highs around 110 degrees. Higher moisture levels will also start to bring a chance for showers and some isolated thunderstorms. Shower and isolated thunderstorm chances will then expand by tomorrow, lasting through at least Wednesday. The increase in moisture will also help to bring a slight cooling trend through midweek, but temperatures will overall remain above normal through the rest of this week. 110 our high yesterday, 86 the overnight low. Today, sunny and hot with a high near 111. East wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, gusting up to 20 miles an hour. Those winds will become west 10 to 15 this afternoon. Tonight, mostly clear, a low around 86. West winds 15 to 20 miles an hour, gusting up to 30 miles an hour. The winds will turn out of the west-northwest 10 to 15 miles an hour after midnight. Sunny on Tuesday with a high near 107, but heat index values as high as 110. West-northwest wind 10 to 15, becoming southwest. Winds could gust as high as 20 miles an hour. 89 degrees downtown, 75% relative humidity. Wind out of the east-southeast 5 to 10 miles an hour. Page 2 of the local news served by Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial. Check out the daily lunch specials. Oh, and the dinner menu that features 16 different entrees. Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill, just off Highway 86 in Imperial.
More than 80 million Americans depend on AM radio for their news, traffic, weather, sports, and a community connection. It's the backbone of the emergency alert system, keeping us safe in dangerous times. It's critical that we keep AM radio in cars, because when cell and internet services are down, this free emergency service could be your only lifeline. Text AM to 52886 and tell Congress we need AM radio in cars. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
And it's sports time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. Major League Baseball, the Dodgers beat up on the Padres 8-2. Freddie Freeman, Ahmed Rosario, and Mookie Betts all homered as the Dodgers beat the Padres. They play again today. It took 10 innings, but the Mariners nipped the Angels 3-2. White Sox over the Guardians 5-3. Still waiting on discipline from a nasty brawl that occurred over the weekend. The Astros topped the Yankees 9-7. It was the Phillies beating up on the Royals 8-4. Orioles shut out the Mets 2-0. Blue Jays pounded the Red Sox 13-1. Rays ripped the Tigers 10-6. Nationals over the Reds 6-3. Twins topped the Diamondbacks 5-3. Pirates beat the Brewers 4-1. Rockies, they blanked the Cardinals 1-0. Cubs over the Braves 6-4. Rangers shut out the Marlins 6-0. And the Athletics 8, the Giants 6.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all of your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Raleigh, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all Pioneer services, visit www.pmhd.org today.
Well, Bryson DeChambeau shot Live Golf's first 58 and picked up a win at Greenbrier. And the NASCAR Cup Series race at Michigan International Speedway yesterday, well, it was suspended due to rain. It will resume today. And it's shocking what's going on with the Pac-12. It's down to the Pac-4. Cal football coach Justin Wilcox called the Friday departures of 5 teams to other conferences sad and likely preventable after Oregon and Washington announced their departures for the Big Ten in 2024. Arizona State, and Utah did the same to join the Big 12. Cal is one of only 4 remaining Pac-12 members. Cal, Stanford, Oregon State, and Washington State. Yes. Mountain West. Let's see if you can accept these guys. And that's it for sports time, other than to remind you coming up Sunday, it's our first Raiders game of the year on FM 107.5. We've got all the Raiders action across the hall on FM 107.5. Yeah, starting this coming Sunday when they take on the Niners. That's it for Sports Time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers.
Since 1901, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy has provided the finest printing and copying services from start to finish. When you choose Imperial Printers Rocket Copy, you can feel confident in our expertise and personal attention to your project. We have a team of professional graphic designers ready to take your ideas and make them a reality. From promotional merchandise, full-color brochures, blueprints, and high-speed copies to business forms and everything else in between, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy offers dependable and affordable quality printing. Thank you for choosing locally owned and operated Imperial Printers Rocket Copy. We have convenient locations near you at 430 West Main Street and 100 South 11th Street in El Centro and 184 South Plaza in Brawley.
And financial news and a brief look at the weather brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you and your property. Southwest Security also offering live-scan fingerprinting to the public. Well, in a statement, Zoom said it's now enforcing a structured hybrid approach, meaning employees who live near an office must return to it for a set number of days because it's most effective for the video conferencing service. As a company, we are in a better position to use our own technologies, continue to innovate and support our global customers. We'll continue to leverage the entire Zoom platform to keep our employees and dispersed teams connected and working efficiently, according to the company. Putting aside the irony, Zoom isn't excluded from the return to office trend that's sweeping tech companies. Yeah, well, recently, Google, Amazon, and Salesforce have enacted similar policies. And a slew of new bills signed into law by Republican Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has draped the Sunshine State in controversy, spurring protests, lawsuits, and travel advisories, warning the state is openly hostile towards people of color, immigrants, women, and LGBTQ plus community members. The fallout is starting to spread to a key economic artery for an income tax-free state, heavily reliant upon tourism taxes, and that would be Florida's convention business. Looking at green on the big board, the Dow right now up 318 points, the S&P 500 up 23, the NASDAQ up 3.5 points. Meanwhile, gold off $5.70 an ounce, and oil down 91 cents a barrel. And Tesla stock dropped nearly more than 3% on the announcement that their CFO was stepping down.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
It will be sunny and hot today with a high near 111, east wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, then becoming west 10 to 15 miles an hour this afternoon, with gusts as high as 20 miles an hour. Mostly clear tonight with a low around 86, west winds 15 to 20 miles an hour, gusting as high as 30 miles an hour. The winds become west-northwest 10 to 15 after midnight. Tomorrow, sunny with a high near 107, heat index values as high as 110. Look for west-northwest winds 10 to 15, becoming southwest in the morning. Those winds could gust as high as 20 miles an hour. We have 89 degrees, 74% relative humidity, wind out of the east-southeast 5 to 8 miles an hour. Financial news and a brief look at the weather brought to you by Southwest Security Services, offering 24-hour-a-day post office boxes at Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro, the Imperial Valley's local news source.
Best news on the hour, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Steve Kathan. There's breaking news from Minneapolis. A judge has just sentenced the last of 4 former police officers in the George Floyd case. Totau gets nearly 5 years on state charges. He said he was holding back the crowd on that day. He's already serving time on a federal civil rights conviction. Former President Trump's new court battle is about what he's been saying publicly about his other legal issues. CBS's Robert Costa.
President Trump's lawyers have until 5 o'clock tonight to respond to the Justice Department's efforts to restrain what Trump can publicly say about this case. This comes after Trump has been raging about the special counsel, the judge, and others involved in this case.
Federal investigators are looking into yesterday's collision of 2 firefighting helicopters in Southern California.
This was a tragic loss for the community, the fire service community in CAL FIRE and Riverside County Fire Department.
CAL FIRE's David Fulcher, 3 people in one of the helicopters were killed. The others okay after making a landing. In Chicago, an investigation into a fatal weekend shooting in the Portage Park neighborhood. An 8-year-old girl was the victim.
He gave her money to get ice cream. She got ice cream for her and her dad. Then he asked her to put her scooter up. But before she can even have a chance to put her scooter up, this individual ran across the street, discharged that weapon.
The community activist there says the gunman was shot during an ensuing struggle. Reports say he had been upset about noise. Overseas now, and the arrest of a woman in what intelligence officials say was a Russian plot to attack Ukraine's President Zelensky.
She allegedly gathered intelligence for what they're calling a massive airstrike on the Mykolaiv region. This woman was looking for the itinerary for the president on his trip back in June, also the location of electronic warfare systems and ammunition depots. This informant was detained, arrested after officials say she was caught red-handed trying to pass the intel to her handlers. If convicted, she could serve up to 12 years in prison. Ramy Inocencio, CBS News, Odessa, Ukraine.
At the White House, CBS's Weijia Jiang has the latest on those Russian and Chinese warships that got close to Alaska in international waters.
Alaska Senator Dan Sullivan called the size of the Chinese and Russian joint operation unprecedented. He says the U.S. deployed 4 Navy destroyer ships near the Aleutian Islands in response to those 11 Chinese and Russian warships near U.S. waters.
And checking Wall Street right now, a bounce-back day for stocks. The Dow is up 317 points. The S&P is up 23 points. And the NASDAQ is ahead 2 points. This is CBS News.
If you need to hire, you need Indeed. Their end-to-end hiring system helps you attract, interview, and hire candidates all in the same place. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
I'm James, Senior Apparel Designer, and this is Behind the Design with Brothers & Sons. Brothers & Sons is a brand that is just a guy who loves the outdoors, really playing up the comfort in the touch of fabrics and then just making sure it has that durability. We are creating uniqueness and opportunities with design and fabrics and function. Brothers & Sons, only at Boot Barn.
O'Reilly. Increase your vehicle's performance and gas mileage with Lucas Fuel Treatment at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Simply add it to your tank at your next fill-up to eliminate carbon and varnish deposits. Right now, get 2 bottles of Lucas Fuel Treatment for $10. See store for details. Stop by your local O'Reilly Auto Parts store or shop online at O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
A Beyonce concert ran into some issues in the D.C. area, but it all turned out okay in the end.
The crowd was asked to shelter in place for 2 hours under covered concourses and ramps because of lightning and then rain in Prince George's County, Maryland. Finally, at about 10:30, video shows Beyonce on a brightly lit stage with rain pouring down in the background, which meant it would be too late for fans to take the last metro train home when it was over. Saving the day, or the night, Beyonce ponied up $100,000 to keep all 98 stations open for an extra hour. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
The rapper Tory Lanez will be sentenced today in L.A. for shooting at Megan Thee Stallion's feet and wounding her. He faces up to 22 years behind bars in the case. Prosecutors say they plan to recommend 13. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance. For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-330-1991. That's 1-800-330-1991. Or go to SelectQuote.com. That's 1-800-330-1991. SelectQuote. We shop. You save. Full details on example policies at SelectQuote.com/commercials.
Who are you?
You.
No, not me, you.
Yes, I am you.
Who are you?
I have told you. Carroll Buckley.
We'll be asking the question.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio.